Welcome, everybody, into another season of Sideline Chatter. We're back, better than ever. Late July here, starting up again. This is your co-host, Justin Hagee, Jay Hags, Jay Bags, whatever you want to call me. I'm here with the man, the myth, the legend himself.
What's going on, guys? James Albert here. Call me Twalbs, Albertson, Dry Bones. OGs like to call me, but it's good to be back. Good to be back. I'm ready for another season of fantasy as always. Summertime's always best. How you been, bro?
I've been doing and moving over here.
Doing and moving. Oh, man.
I'm excited to be back. We have a lot of improvements that we made since last time.
Sir.
You know, I think we stopped at the beginning of playoffs or the end of playoffs, but like we had audio fuck ups, we had camera mishaps. We got new equipment.
A whole lot of shit.
Scarlet mixer. We have a new
man behind the camera back there, Ethan Scully.
We have Ethan Scully, aka Chucky Crayola, producing the podcast now.
Head producer.
Yeah, so to make the audio sound clean, line up with the video and whatnot.
Actually make it look like we know what we're doing.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
Just
a little bit.
Hopefully this backdrop looks half decent.
Hopefully y'all aren't flaming us for this background.
Easy on the eyes.
Better than three fake ass jerseys hung up on the wall.
Right. A little update, their personal lives. Last season I was still working at Walmart. We're on the bigger and better things now. Work at Barstool Sportsbook. Work at home. So it's a pretty chill job. Gives me more time to like do shit on the side like this and with the other social media accounts and stuff. How's the life been on
Life's been on cruise control over here. Just working hard. My pops. Oof. Good old voice crack. Sorry, that's going to happen about 500 times this season. But just working hard, working for my dad. But yeah, same old over here.
Construction monster.
Somebody's got to do it, you know?
Yeah. Just a quick update with the social media platforms. You know, on TikTok, we got over like 2,200 followers, over like 120,000 likes and across all of our videos. Received little two sponsor offers, you know, nothing crazy, but something to keep us motivated, keep going. I just actually made a Discord as well today where like anybody could join, talk fantasy, talk trade requests, waiver pickups as the season starts to creep up on us. And then just like last year, we have our Instagram and Twitter accounts as well, just tweeting out and posting shit to keep up on. Next, we're going to go into how we finished our leagues last year. So you want to start that off?
Sure. So last season I was in 5 leagues, which was probably the most I've ever been in, I think.
Like 5 too, yeah.
But came in 1 championship, got 1 chip, first place, lost in another. So first place, second place, came in 3rd in another, came in 5th in my main league, which was tough, but I did have McCaffrey. So and Montgomery sucked the first 8 weeks of the season, but I did come in 5th, and I did come in last in the league. I have to put the hands up there and say that it is not a perfect science, but I had a really tough draft. Came in last in the league. What are you going to do? But how about you, bro?
Yeah, I was in 5 leagues also, as I mentioned. Won the championship in your league. First year I took the chip home. You know what it is, man. My other 4 leagues made the playoffs in 3 of the 4, so I missed playoffs in 1 league. I think it came in 3rd in ours. Or no, won a division in ours. It came in 4th. And the other 2 leagues, I can't a 3rd place and then like a 5th or something. But a decent year, to say the least.
As long as you walk away with a chip, I feel like it's a successful year.
And then, 3 of my playoff losses, I lost each by 3 points or less, which is fucking insane. And it just kind of sums up my career. Missing by an inch.
That's the way it goes.
Yeah. Enough with that. We're going to hop into the first episode. Hope that wasn't too long for y'all. We had to recap everything that's been going on since it's been like almost a year almost. But topic of the video, how to improve your fantasy league. So how to go from, because we've been playing for, this is going to be like our 11th year, I think, or something like that. So we came a long way from
started off as being teenagers getting boosted on. Traded away Andre Johnson for Seahawks 5th string running back my first year.
Exactly. So yeah, we've been playing since we were like 13, 12. And we came a long way from like having a fun league. So the first thing I want to touch on is start date of your league, so the draft date, and then playing for money. So
I think the start date is probably the most important thing about anything you could do for your league. Because I mean, we see in the TikTok comments all the time, like people like a month ago, 2 months ago in June saying that they have their fantasy draft this week. Like,
Yeah, I'm like, what the?
like there's so much unknown. Like Cam Akers is like the prime example.
Yeah.
Like everyone's in the comments like, yeah, like I drafted Cam Akers. Like now I'm fucked, and I'm like, well, maybe you shouldn't draft like when the OTAs are happening. Like, but
I guess they just can't wait to draft. That's the whole thing.
and like I get
it's
that, but like,
what are you gonna do? Draft your team and just wait there for 2 months? Like, yeah. So we usually start like mid-August. Beginning August, late August, whatever fits for everybody in your league, because it's kind of hard to schedule everybody on the same page.
You absolutely have to play for money. There's just no even if it's $10, like you have to play for something, because if you play for free, if you go 0-4, you could just stop playing, and like there's no consequence. Like there's no reason for you to keep trying to win.
Yeah, free leagues are kind of corny at this point. You know what I mean?
The only reason I can think is if you're trying to practice, like you know what I mean. Like if you're trying to like a draft or something, like just to see how it goes. Right. But even then, like just do a mock draft.
You guys can save up at least $20. You know, save that fucking snack that you guys buy every here and there, a video game. Save up $20 for a damn league. You know what I mean? Excuse my French. Yeah, it's a pretty popular thing we'll see on the show.
Yeah, boy got a mouth on it.
All right, so yeah, start date, play for money. That's the first two things. Next one I want to touch on is 8 league teams.
8 leagues.
8-team leagues are kind of dead, bro. Like they really are. So try to get 10 people in your league or more.
The more challenging, more fun it is.
Yeah.
But 8's just ridiculous. Every team is just way too good. It's not even fun.
It's like
it's like not challenging at all. And like if that's the way you want it to be, but like I think fantasy is as fun as it should be, it should be challenging. Like, but but yeah, definitely got to have at least 10 teams or more. Yeah, we're still noobs over here, but
good thing our fucking thing didn't fall down.
Oh my god, we were setting that shit up and it fell down. So,
but yeah, kids and TikToks. If you got an 8-team league, don't send me your team to rate it, because everybody's team stacked. That's corny.
And don't lie about your teams. This isn't what we're talking about, but there's no way y'all got like Tyreek Hill and Devontae Adams and Derrick Henry on the same team. Like, get the fuck out of here, bro. It is
fucking 4-team leagues. But yeah, 10 teams or more. 10 to 16 is what I like. Next one we're going to touch on is make an event out of the draft. Some people think it's a little corny, taking it a little far, but I think it's fun. You know what I mean? Like with our main league that we've been playing in we touched on like 11 years. So like I'll just run through the itinerary real quick. Like on Friday we'll go out to like PJ Wellahans or like a bar or something, get dinner, with the whole league. Then we actually have like a Pong tournament. So whoever wins the Pong tournament gets first choice of draft pick. Mm-hmm. So even like we'd even put that in here, but like
so that's also a good idea for your league. Like have some type of contest or game or something to determine draft order or choice of draft order.
Instead of just doing random like on the computer, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Spice it up. Then on like the Saturday we'll go out golfing. Then we'll go to the beach. Then we'll go to the casino. And then on Sunday we'll actually do the draft, get pizza, wings, beer, all that stuff. So we make a whole 3-day event out of it, which is pretty cool.
Even if you don't do the whole weekend, because it can be a lot, like especially like the older we get. But you definitely, for your draft, it has to be in person. We didn't put that on here either. Right, I think it has to be in person. Like it's just so like different on like online. It's just corny.
It's not the
like,
same.
Yeah, it just need the vibes.
Yeah, do it in person. You get the draft board going. Anything else you got you want to add to the draft day? Pizza, wings are a must. Make an event out of it. It makes it fun. What you got next?
Next, I think another like key thing, like I said, to make it more challenging than it is fun, like more positions and variety to lineups and scoring and all of that kind of stuff. Like even waiver like rules, all that kind of stuff. Like you need like a flex. I mean, if your league doesn't have a flex by now, I feel like it's kind of Stone Age. Like you need to have a flex. Yeah. Like it's kind of absurd. But I honestly think, especially this year with how deep the position is, I know we weren't going to get into it. Like you need to have 3 receivers, I think, and the flex, just because like there's so many options and like that you could choose from. But definitely variety.
I know standard settings is 2 receivers, 2 running backs, tight end, flex. But like our main league we've been doing has 3 receivers for like 10 years now. You know what I mean? Because there's a lot more receivers than running backs in the league and that are playable. And if you're in more than one league, like have some fun with your other leagues. Like with Jake's league, we got 2 quarterbacks, 3 flexes. Yep. It's a 10 team league. So like just make it PPR. Just switch it up a little bit. Don't do just the standard 2 receivers, 2 running backs, 1 quarterback. You know what I mean?
And propose changes to your commissioner
Yeah.
if you think your league's lacking.
Rule changes as well. You know what I mean? Like yeah, make sure this shit recorded. Yeah, we're good. We're good.
Oh, okay. It's the screen, though.
Right.
Fellas.
There should be a mute button on the keyboard.
Okay.
So, like, there's no noises popping off.
Oh yeah, I think we're good.
Okay.
Might have to flip that.
Yeah, we'll cut that out. But
Yeah, next one I want to touch on is like the waiver priority. You know, we still got like a month to go before drafts, but you want to get the rules down before the draft start, obviously. And like we mentioned earlier, people are drafting like early as now. So I don't think our league does it now.
what's that?
We do 10th place gets first dibs, right?
Yeah, every week. Mm.
So you can either do it like reverse rolling order, so 10th place gets first dibs on waivers every single week, which I'm not a fan of, and it goes back in order. So first place gets last dibs every time. What I like is the continual rolling list, I think it's called.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like if I'm in first place and I haven't spent a waiver pickup in 4 weeks, I can still have the first dibs.
Right.
So then once you make a transaction on the waiver wire, you roll back down to
All
the
the way
list.
to the bottom.
So you can like stack up your moves. Don't pick up nobody, and you can save it for like the end of the year to pick up that really good. You know what I mean?
It's definitely an advantage if you are the first place team because when you're in first place, you really don't need to make that many moves, so
Right.
you could save your. I don't know. I think it definitely. I mean, seems like I've said it a lot, but like making it more challenging,
Yeah, makes
like,
it more strategy.
more strategic is the word. But absolutely,
You
fix
don't-
your waivers.
Yeah, you don't want to waste your waiver on like some bomb. You know what I mean?
I mean, look at Tyler. He was in because of the way
Yeah.
ours is set up last year. The kid who was in the bottom of the league every week picked up the best player in last season because of COVID and injuries. Like every week there was a big pickup, and he got it every week, and he ended up making the playoffs. And
Yeah.
did he go? Did he go?
He won.
Yeah, he won the whole thing.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I'm a
He
noob.
did.
That's
Yeah.
embarrassing. But yeah,
Nah.
won the whole thing because of the way the waiver system
Yeah.
was.
So I want to make that change in our league. We'll see if it happens. You know, Reggie Jackson's out there. It's like stingy. So.
Reggie Jackson's in his mansion just vibing with his 400 TVs.
Kid, no. All right, we got two more for you. Don't want to make this videos too long. Another thing we're going to touch on is a lot of our videos aren't going to be like 50 minutes drug out because I know nobody really has time to watch 50-minute videos. We're going to keep it between like 15 to 35 minutes. You know what I mean?
Get to the point.
Yeah. Next one is a keeper rule. You know, a lot of leagues have different variations of this. I think our league's actually probably our best rule.
Yeah.
It was fair. So like we have 19 rounds in our draft. Round 13 and on, you can have a keeper. It can only be a receiver, running back, or tight end. So if you draft a player around 13 and keep them on your roster the entire year, you're able to keep them for the next year.
And you'll get them in that draft slot
Yes.
the next year. So, like, I remember the first year we did it, I drafted George Kittle in the 13th round. And it's the year he, like, came onto the scene, like,
Mhm.
exploded. And I got to draft George Kittle in the 13th round the next year.
Yeah.
And this year, he has Justin Jefferson, who's top 7 receiver.
Yeah.
And he's going to get him in,
Round 13.
the
I think it
13th
was,
round.
yeah.
Like, that's crazy.
So it's not too cheesy either because it's not like when you're drafting around 13 and on, there's not really a lot of good players left. So it's like when you want to take a risk on like some rookies and stuff.
Yeah, like, you just want to take a huge gamble on somebody that you think maybe not even this year, but next year is going to be
Exactly.
insane.
So I think it's a really good way to like spice up your league, and it rewards you for drafting well late, which a lot of leagues are won in the later rounds.
Mm.
Last one.
Him with that cheesy fantasy line.
Okay.
Drafts are won in the late rounds.
You want to hit him with the last one?
So last up, which is probably my favorite thing, and I wish that my leagues did more of it, is punishments for like last place. Like I've even seen punishments for people who score the least amount of points in the week. Like I think it's a great idea. Like it's even more incentive to do better. Like and not suck at fantasy football. Like I saw this video of the guy who wore the diaper in the 5K, and like our league doesn't. Our league, like if you come in last, you have to be like the servant for the top 3 at the draft the next year, which is
Decent.
I think as fun as the people in our league will be willing to go. But
yeah, it's like you're pretty much the league's bitch for the draft weekend that we
Yeah.
have to the top 3 place finishers. So it's like, all right, go pick up the food, go get me a beer, go get my golf club I left at the hole, something like that. You know what I mean? But
yeah, definitely gotta have some punishments.
yeah, and it
more
makes
incentive to do well.
yeah, because the main thing is you want to avoid the corny leagues that people stop playing halfway through the year. Like that's old, bro. Like we're in competitive leagues now, money leagues, big boy leagues. So
Trying to take home that bread. That's the most important thing.
yes, sir. But yeah, that's gonna wrap up this first episode. You know, I'm gonna keep it short and sweet. I don't even know how long this was, but
Yeah, it's probably longer than we thought.
Does it say on here? I can't tell. It's fucking Japanese to me.
Man.
Yeah. Next episode we're gonna tackle is how to have the best draft in your league and draft like strategies / tips. So that's gonna be like our first like informal video. You know what I mean?
Yep.
That's,
Sounds good to me. I got nothing else to add.
Like always, go follow us on our growing TikTok. Join the Discord, IG, and Twitter as well. All those links are going to be below this video on our TikTok and whatnot. So we'll catch y'all next episode.
Peace.
Yep.